make it about Kilmar. Like, that's just one person.
But that's the case we're talking about.
That is, but I guess if we look at the macro and not the micro.
Speaking of insane, CNN, they have their little panel show with that Abby Phillips, and this woman is just like, there's just nothing going on. She blinks a lot, but there's just nothing happening in her head. They gave Scott Jennings the day off, and Shermichael Singleton did a nice job there explaining what's going on here. And of course, that did not make one of the other panelists happy. Take a look.
I think it is a political issue. I also think it's a national security issue. Prince George's County in 2019, their gang unit determined that Garcia was an MS-13 gang member. His wife in 2021, the wife that's now giving lengthy testimonies about how great he is, said that he's a serial abuser, and she has a ton of photos to showcase said abuse. I agree, due process is absolutely important. We want to maintain that, but I think there's absolutely enough here to send this guy somewhere else. One, he's already broken the law. We've already established that. Now you do have evidence suggesting that he was a member or is a member of MS-13. He's also a serial abuser. This is not the type of individual I don't think any one of us would want in our country. He should be deported.
But respectfully, Shermichael, we can't make it about Kilmar. Like, that's just one person.
But that's the case we're talking about.
That is, but I guess if we look at the macro and not the micro, and just look at the process of this, because he's not the only person there. There were they indiscriminately rounded up people and deported them. We also saw in the news this week, maybe it was last week, it's been a long year this week, but the Massachusetts attorney who got the letter saying that you have 7 days to leave the country. This administration has already proven that there are flaws in this system, and they are randomly deporting people without due process. That's not specific to him. That should be specific to all of us.
That line is just so, we can't look at the guy we're talking about right now. We're talking about a story because there's a Maryland senator hanging out in El Salvador trying to bring the guy who is illegal in Maryland back. But we can't make it about that. We got to talk about the macro, right? Because if you were actually going to talk about the specifics, if you were going to actually talk about the wife that was beaten, you would look pretty stupid.